Hi, you're welcome to another edition of your video teaching on the good hair tribe. How has everything been? Have you been doing good? Have you been doing well? The year is about to come to an end. Can you imagine? Like, we started this thing together in February, and now the year is almost about to come to an end. I hope you're looking forward to it because I'm looking forward to like basically just relaxing, even though I know that I'm not going to relax anyway, but I look forward to at least having one or two events to just go to and just cool my head and just have fun. Today we are going to be reversing things a bit and talking about some other part of our head that we have never really talked about or actually focused on, which is the nape hair. But I don't know if you have seen the tribal ranking system that we put on the tribe. Have you seen the tribal ranking system? That measures your participation, and that will also help us gauge the rate at which we will, just appreciate tribals at the end of the year. So check the tribal ranking system, see how it works for you, see how you can take advantage of it, because my eyes are going to be red when that time comes. Okay, so today is about nape hair. Let's talk about the nape hair. Basically, what is the nape hair? The nape hair is the hair at the lower occipital region of our head. That's the scientific definition I have chosen to give it. But basically, the nape hair is the hair at the base of your head. Remember, this back side of your head is the occipital region. Remember, you have your temporal region, your frontal region, your parietal region, and your occipital region. This is your occipital region, and the hair, the lower occipital region, which is the base of your neck, and the bit just above it is called the nape hair. And funny enough, a lot of people concentrate on, oh, my edges are not growing, my edges are not growing, my edges are breaking, my edges. People actually have a lot of nape hair breakage, but probably because it's not as visible as the one in front, people don't concentrate on it as much, or they don't fuss about it as much because people cannot see it. I mean, if your edges are breaking, if your edges are receding, everybody's like, my edges. But once the nape hair is breaking, I mean, the breakage must be so bad and be so terrible before people get worried about it. If not, people are not going to worry about it. So now it is very possible for most people, the hair at the nape of their head is always a different texture compared to the front of their head or the middle of their head or the sides of their head. The hair, for some people, the hair there is coarser, is drier. For some people, it is softer. For some people, it's actually baby hair that is at the nape of their head. So for them, naturally, that area is prone to a lot more breakage, very hard for them to retain length around that area. So it's always very different for some people. That's the texture around the nape hair. For me, I realized that my nape hair is very soft and curly. You get, so when I used to sweat a lot and my hair was free, that area tends to lose more than other areas of my head. The first thing is for you to even find out the texture of your nape hair. If you think that it's something you want to concentrate on, or you want to concentrate on retaining length around that area, I find out that it's easier for me, I don't know why, to retain length around my nape hair. Well, I know why, because my the blood vessels supplying the different parts are actually different, but I retain length more here than in front. My length, where my length really comes from, is actually this area of my head, my crown. Oh my God, you don't joke. Well, look at the crown of my hair. Look at it. I can't even pull it up. Like, my hand is actually longer than the length of my hand, you get, compared to my front hair and all that. But so that's where my length is, then followed by my occipital side. Then the frontal part for me is the short. For people that are having issues with the breakage around their nape hair, or maybe you have issues but you don't even know you have issues because you have not really concentrated on your nape hair. There are many reasons why you can have issues with your nape hair, and I'm going to run through the causes because I want to focus more on how to grow your nape hair. So I'm going to run through the causes. The causes include, of course, the normal diets. Then it also includes the fact that the hair around there for some people is actually really dry compared to the other parts of their hair. The hair around there has a different texture compared to the other parts of their hair, so they don't retain length around that area. For some other people, it's because they are not conditioning well, and I'm going to run through that. I'm running through it. Then we know the normal hair breakage, you know, tight bands, scarves, gele, all those things that basically affect the edges. They also affect the nape hair because everything is actually going around, you know. So if it's affecting the edges, it's actually affecting your nape hair. Then we know for people that relax their hair, because they keep layering those sides, they keep layering it with relaxers over and over and over in the process of relaxing, and then they have breakage around there. But I know we are not relaxing our head here, so I'm not going to concentrate too much on that. Then friction is the number one breakage of nape hair. It even has more effect on nape hair than on edges. Like I'm going to explain to you when I'm talking about the way to grow your nape hair. It actually affects the nape hair more than it affects the edges. Then another reason why your nape hair, you're unable to retain length around your nape hair, is because there's so much tension around the nape hair. You see, even at the process of braiding, you see, you know, they pack that part because they know that part gets rough easily. So you see them pack that part well. You know, they start from the back. Many braiders will start from the back. Some will start from the front, I believe, but a lot of braiders start from the back, and they do that part well because they don't want it to be rough at all. Another reason why is because of heat damage. Heat damage is also a great reason why your nape hair is breaking. And then your sleeping position can also cause damage to your nape hair. So now let's talk about the ways to grow your nape hair, which is the reason why we are here. Let's concentrate on the ways to grow your nape hair. To grow your nape hair, let me tell you the number one trick, which almost all of us are guilty of, including me. In fact, and I'm sure by the time I teach you this trick, 1 month later you will still be guilty of it. Always apply products. You understand? Apply products at your nape hair first. You know, normally when we apply products, maybe we are moisturizing, we are, you know, putting leave-in conditioner, we just take it section by section, we do our thing and we do. But apply products to the back first. Why? Because many times when you apply your products to the front, you really cannot see that it has not reached the back. Or like if you apply your products to this side and you don't apply to this side, it's obvious to the eyes that, oh, you have not applied to this side, then you go. But the nape hair is that David, that neglected last born, that people don't even know is neglected because it does not exist to them. Like people, like, you know, it's the one that we know that exists that we are suffering. I mean, this one we don't even know we are making him suffer because it is not even in the realm of our existence. That's nape hair. When you apply products, your hair is looking good. If the products doesn't reach the back of your head, you won't even know, because everywhere is looking good, everywhere is looking pretty. So the trick is always, whatever you are doing, start from the back of your head so that the hair products are well supplied. Your moisturizing, your daily mist, your moisture, your spritz, your sealing, everything is well supplied to the back, and you have to be intentional about it. It's something that requires intentionality. Take the back, moisturize, seal, do everything, then you now move to the obvious parts of the head so that you know that this one has eaten. Let him go to the farm and take care, or let him go to the farm and take care of the sheep because he's a shepherd boy, right? That is the first trick to retain length around your nape hair. Start with that area and concentrate on it first. Now, the second way to take care of your grow the hair around your nape hair is to avoid harsh fabrics. That's your clothes. You understand? Make sure, you know, if you are wearing high neck clothes, just find a way to protect your nape hair. If you are wearing high neck clothes, find a way to, that's the one at the back, those I don't know what they call them. Find a way to protect your nape hair. Don't allow those clothes to rub against the hair at your back. Many of us don't even know how far our nape hair is reaching when it comes to clothes. Like, yes, some of us, we know that our edges reach here. Some of us, we know our edges are reaching. Many of us know where our edges are reaching, but we don't know. Like me, this is where my nape hair ends. But really, what's my business concentrating on? Where does my nape hair end? You understand? So imagine you knowing that you could grow your hair all the way to this side, but it has never ever come across our consciousness that, oh, this is where my nape hair reaches. How do I retain this length? How do I make sure this one does not grow? That's why we can afford to wear harsh fabrics every time and not even bother about it. So avoid harsh fabrics, avoid zips that are going to snag on your napes. Avoid buttons, all those button up that are going to snag all the way there. Avoid wearing those very regularly. They should be once in a while, not regularly. Another way for you to grow your nape hair is understand that the nape hair has a different texture or might have a different texture from the other parts of your hair, and treat it that way. Remember, I've told you that for some people that they might have different kinds of hair on their head, and the way they take care of one part of the head is different from the way they would take care of another part of the hair. So let this rule apply to your nape hair. Know the kind of hair texture around your nape hair and treat it accordingly. So for example, if you have tight coils and thick hair and coarse hair in this area of your hair, and you are using heavy butters, you are using heavy oils and everything because that part is very thick, and you now find out that this part is very different. In fact, this part is lighter than the hair on your newborn baby's head. Don't do the same thing you are doing from the middle, on the middle of your head. Do it at the back of your hair. Don't do it. So find out. And some possible is the other way around. The back of their hair is really strong, is really coarse, and they need to intensify their sealing around that area. Find out the texture of your nape hair and do what that texture requires. That's the third point. The fourth way for you to grow your nape hair is follow the usual rules that you use to grow your edges. Basically, no tight hairstyles, massage regularly, don't put direct heat, moisturize regularly. Those things that you have learned, oh, how to grow your edges, how to grow your edges, how to grow your edges. Apply it to your nape hair also. Apply it to your nape hair also. It's not all-time edges. Also apply it to your nape hair. You know the drill. Protect your hair, moisturize it, no heat. Avoid them braiding your nape hair very tight. Many napes have been lost, have been sacrificed to beautiful braids, but people, unless it's really, really bad, people don't even notice it. Now, another way is for you to be mindful of the chair that you are sitting on. Some of us work, like we work all day, we work all night, you get, and we are sitting on chairs, these office chairs. What you can do is, first of all, check out the material of the chair you are sitting on. If possible, use a headrest that has a friendly material like satin, silk, polyester, and use the headrest to protect your edges if you're not going to be tying your scarf or wearing your bonnet while you are sitting down at work. So basically, even some of you is not even office, you're sitting down in front of Netflix from morning till night watching TV. Well, that's your business. So far you're making money from it and you're giving me some money. You can do that, but put those headrests on those chairs that you are sitting on. That is the number one chopper of nape hair. Chairs and sitting down, your headrest, that is the number one thing that actually shaves off nape hair. It shaves it off because you are doing this day in, day out, every single day, 5 days a week. You are sitting down, you are resting on that harsh chair. It's as bad as somebody that is using what do they call it, wigs that are shaving off their edges when they already have traction alopecia. Is just as bad. Then the last way for you to grow your nape hair is if you are a sleeper, if you are a back sleeper, if you always sleep on the back of your head, use your satin pillowcase. If your scarf or your bonnet cannot touch the part, as I said, some people, their nape hair reaches very long and there is no way a bonnet will be able to cover even the lowest part of their nape hair, or a scarf, because the worst case scenario, it will cover it, but some parts will still be exposed. So you can go ahead and cover the exposed part further by using a satin pillowcase. I hope this has been able to help you. As a recap, the nape hair is the hair at the lower occipital region of your hair. Many people do not concentrate on the nape hair because it's not as exposed as the front hair, and so people don't even really care care for it as much. And then it breaks a lot. It's actually one of the hair that breaks a lot and people don't even notice. Many things that cause the breakage are dryness, using there's one I miss, over brushing that area. You know, you are brushing that area very well, so that probably you are doing a ponytail, or you are doing a basically a ponytail or an updo, and they keep brushing that area. Is also a reason why that area breaks a lot. Too much tension, heat damage, sleeping at the back of your head, and so much more. And the way for you to stop the breakage around that area is be intentional about applying products in that area of your head. Avoid harsh fabrics. Watch out for the chairs you're sitting on. Be mindful of the chairs you're sitting on. Follow the same rules that you use to care for your edges, also to care for your hair, among so many other things. So I'm going to see you in the next edition of your video teaching. And remember that this week, this month, our hair quiz is going to be a combination of what we thought last month and what we taught this month. So it's going to be really, really fantastic and really, really nice. See you in November. Peace out.